Hello everybody and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use data loader into Salesforce, how you can use it in order to import large amount of data into Salesforce account. So first thing you need to do here is installing the data loader. So you can install it by going to your Salesforce account, go setup, quick find, type data loader, or you can just type data. All right, you can see here we have something called data loader, so just click on it, click on download the data loader. You can see it here. You wait, you should wait until downloading finished. Alright, as you can see here, we finished the installation. You can click here Run as Administrator in order to set up the data loader. So just gonna click Next, Next, and here you can see we are downloading data loader. Click Close. You should got the GDK installed into your machine. So this is just in case. So you need to go GDK 64-bit or download it into your machine just in case you might not need it. So the first thing after you install data loader, you got it into your machine, you go to Start Data Loader. Okay, we got it here. So I'm just gonna right click Run as Administrator, and I'm going to insert data into Salesforce. You got many options. You can update, upsert, delete, export all the data into in Salesforce to CSV file to other format. I'm just gonna use it right now for inserting data into Salesforce. So what is my scenario? My scenario is I have a list of data, a list of items, a list of serials, and I need to insert all these serials into Salesforce. So basically, I need to know where do I need to put this data and what is the target. My target is an object here in Salesforce called inventory item serial. So I'm just going to go to this inventory item serial. If you go new, you can see here we got an inventory item serial name. This is known as the field name. An inventory item status, and we got also an inventory. So we have many fields, all right? But so the best way, we need 1, 2, 3 columns in order to be mapped here, or 4 columns. This is the first one, the second one, the third, the fourth. So in my scenario, I just got this column. It's possible to insert just one column and the rest, the second, this is the default value, and the fourth are gonna be the default. So they're gonna be empty if they are not included into the data inserted into Salesforce. So if the field is required, we're gonna get an error. So make sure that when you insert the data, that the field is not master relationship. So you can come here and view layout. You can see here that we can change the inventory item and remove the required. Sometimes you cannot do this, so you need to insert data. But in this scenario, I can change it and toggle between required and not required. So I'm just gonna cancel. It's required, no problem, but I can remove it, so I can make it empty using data loader. But sometimes you gotta go to name and you try to remove the required field, you cannot. So you must add at least this field in the data loader. So this is what we have here. We have just this name, and we can insert it using data loader. Sometimes, if you cannot change like status here, you can toggle it so you can leave it empty. Inventory, you can toggle it so you can leave it empty. But for the name, I cannot leave it empty because it's the required field. Alright, so this is the scenario. We need to insert data into this inventory item serials custom object. So the first thing I do here is going to data loader. I go insert. I need to type the username and password, but password is the password that you use for Salesforce account plus something called data token. So what I need to do here is just going and take my username, and take the password. So here we gotta put the password plus the token. So I mean, if my password is AAA and token is something like this, my password and token gonna be a combination of this password and this token. So I'm just gonna copy my token and put it here. So how do I get, I know how to get the password, but how do I get the token? In order to get the token, you have to go to Salesforce account, you go to my profile, and after that, you go to my settings. If you go to my settings, go, okay, you go personal, and try to find token. My settings, go here to personal. You're gonna find something called security token. Reset my security token. So just click on this, click reset security token, and you're gonna receive an email to your account. This is my account. So I'm gonna receive a security token into my email. So here is my security token. I'm just gonna copy the security token, go to Dataloader and type the password. So you go to type the password and type the security token. So I'm just gonna go, this is my password, and just gonna paste out my security token and copy the password with the security token. Go to Dataloader and click Control V. I'm just gonna log in right now, and you can see we are verifying Salesforce username. Login successfully. We can go next. Right now, I want to choose the target object that I want to insert the data to. So the object that I want to insert data to is called inventory item serial. Notice here the name. When we were in inventory item serial, this is the name of the object. So I want to insert data here. So I choose the object inventory item serial. Next step, I choose the file that I want to save the data to. So you can go to this object and go to save this file as a CSV format. So I'm just gonna go here and type CSV. Try to find CSV.csv. Alright, I'm gonna choose this format. I'm gonna save it. Click OK. Yes. After you save it, go to the folder. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the folder. This is the CSV format that we have. We get all the items. That's good. So I'm just gonna choose the inventory item serial. Browse for the file that we have, which is CSV. Click OK, and just gonna click next. We are initializing the object for this file. we see initialize and succeed. So we can proceed to next step. You should go to edit or create map. So I'm just gonna click on this. Here you choose the column. So here we have the first column header is serial. So I want to map it to. I map each column here to a column here in the Salesforce. So my column name is serial. I want to map the serial that you see here. I want to map the serial column into Salesforce name, into inventory item. So that means I need to map this column into here, into this field. So this is what I'm gonna do here. So I choose serial. I want to map it into inventory item serial. So I just drag and drop. Okay, pick up this row and map it here. So just put it here. So I map serial to name. So if you have many column, you should come and map it here, map it here, map it here. This is how simple it is. So we got this column here mapped to this field in Salesforce. I'm just gonna click. You can save the mapping like A and click OK. So this is the current field mapping. I'm just gonna click next. And here you need to save the log file related to the process. You might get success, you might get errors, you might get some connection missed data. So you need to save into a location. Just want to save in desktop, click OK. And I just want to click finish. So when you click finish, you're going to transfer this data from this file into Salesforce. So let me just show you how. Just click finish. See, you have chosen insert new records. Click yes to begin the transfer. So I'm just going to click yes. You can see here reloading data. The operation was successfully completed. We have 13 successful inserts and 0 errors. So because we have 14 row, but the first row is the header, so we don't gonna get it. So we just gonna get 13 rows and 13 items inserted into Salesforce. Click OK. That's it. You go to inventory item serial. Let me just go to all. And you can make a new view here by creating a new view, for example. Type today items, for example. The unique name. And type, for example, created date is equals to today. Just gonna get all the items inserted today. Click save. And come to today items. You can see here we got all the 13 items that we inserted comes out from this Excel sheet into Salesforce. You can see if you go to this item, you can see we don't have our inventory item serial because we didn't put it here inside the column. So you need other mapping here. You can come to each of these records and choose the inventory item. And also you can choose the inventory for each of these items. This is pretty much, I'm just gonna go to inventory item serials for today items. Gonna click go and just want to select all these items and delete. Let me say delete them. Okay, just gonna delete. So sometimes you need to delete all these items. So this is another feature of Dataloader. So you can go, instead of coming to each item and delete each one by single click. I'm just gonna go here to Dataloader in order to delete all these items. So I'm just gonna go delete. I choose the object that I want to delete. Alright, inventory item serial. Alright, I choose the file that I want to delete data for. So this is pretty much my file. So let me say I want to delete all the records except these two. Okay, just want to delete all the records except these two items. So just cut the delete these two items. Let me just delete them. Save. Click yes. And comes to delete. Click delete. Choose the object. Choose the CSV file. In this case, we want to delete these items. So we insert them. We want to delete them. So I just gotta click on the CSV file. Click next. We initialized. We have to initialize the same concept. We have to initialize um, the mapping. So I'm just gonna map serial with ID. Click next. Click finish after you choose the directory for logs. Click finish. Click yes. I want to delete the existing records. You say one number of records allowed in your recycle bin is limited. The action or about take may irreversible. So you cannot go back. You cannot throw back. So make sure um, you be careful when you do the separation. Click yes. So we gotta make and do. Say that we have 11 errors. Let me view the errors. Say that the ID is not consistent with um, the ID is not consistent with the serial, so that's why. So you need to get an ID that correspond to this ID. So this is a different way. So one way to solve this is by going to export. I just gonna click export inventory item serial, and after that I'm gonna click next. I just gonna select all the fields and click finish. View extraction. We got all these files. We got all these data, all these records. You can see here. We got all the records. I'm just gonna click open the external program, and I'm just gonna save this as CSV. Just gonna say, all right, save it as C. Let me choose the folder, Salesforce DL. Save it. Click yes. And after this, I just want to say, all right, I want to delete the items that inserted today. So where's the item that inserted today? You can find them somewhere. Wait a minute. All right, this is for the ID. This is for the owner. It's for the created date. It's for the inventory. And this is for you can find one of these records. For example, if I went to this record, I want to find, for example, this record, 77, and find it over here. You can see here, we have this record here. So I gotta say, all right, we need to remove this data. So I'm just gonna click remove. All right, keep all these item serials. All right, we got about 13, 14. All right, so let me remove these items. I don't want these items. So I'm just gonna delete. Well, let me see. Check it like here. Delete. And we got about a few records. So I'm just gonna say, all right, I want to delete these two. And also I want to delete this and this. Alright, and this one. So we have about 12 records that we want to delete, or 11 records that we want to delete. So I want to save this document, yes, and I want to delete all these records. So I go again, the same process. We didn't succeed with the last operation because we didn't have the ID. So I should delete the data that I have in Salesforce, not the data that I don't have. So the key factor here is the ID. So the ID should match the table ID in Salesforce. So I just gotta do the same operation, but not using Salesforce the serial. When you insert data, you use serial, but when you delete, you should use data from Salesforce. So I gotta go to delete. I choose inventory item serial, and I choose the file, the extracted file here. Click OK and click next. And here you should map the thing that I want to delete. The most important thing here is the ID. So I'm just gonna create a new map, and map the ID with ID. So this is the most critical point here. I just want to remove ID related to this ID, because when you delete data, you must select an ID. This is um, the story, guys. So just click OK. You should see here the ID is mapped to ID. So when you delete a row ID, an entire ID, not a serial or name. You delete an ID, so that's why. And this ID should be taken from Salesforce after exporting data. I just click next. Choose the log file location. Click finish. Click yes. This is irreversible operation. You cannot roll back. So just gonna say yes. I'm loading data. And you can see here we have 11 successful deletes. So if you go, click OK, and you go back to your account here, and click, let's say, refresh. You can see here we got just one record because we didn't delete this record. So in case I want to update this record, let's say the inventory items of this record is, let me say, it's, let me say, item 0000, and inventory is, let's say, Ramallah. And I told you that I want to update this record. I want to update this inventory item using Dataloader. You can do this by using um, upsert or update. Update, you're gonna update the record. Upsert, you're gonna insert the record. If there is no copy of this record, you're gonna insert it. If it exists, you gotta update it. So this is the difference between update and upsert. I'm just gonna use upsert. Just gonna use upsert or update. We're gonna use upsert. It's much preferable. So first thing, I'm just gonna go export and select the inventory item serial. I'm just gonna click yes, choose the extract CSV, and just gonna select all and say the name of the record is equals to this record. This is the criteria that I want to use because I don't want to eat all the data. You can add this condition. Click finish. Click yes. We got just one record that we choose. All right. And I'm just gonna take this in an external program and it's gonna save it as a CSV document. Save it. Click yes. And I just want to come to this inventory item and say I want to change the serial number. Instead of 503, I'm just gonna say 555. So I'm just gonna name it, click yes, and I want to update this record to the one in Salesforce. So instead of being 503, it's gonna be 555, and instead of being 000, it's gonna be something different. Let me say choose another one. I'm just gonna choose. Let me just go. It's gonna be item 0001. So you go here to this record. Just want to show you how. Let me just update the record. And this is known as inventory item. So let me find it. Inventory item. So you can find the item here. Twice zero. So let me find it. Yeah, this is inventory item. If you go to this inventory item, you just go to this item. You can see here. Let me just go inventory items. For example, go inventories. Open up an inventory. Say this is our inventory. If you go to it, you're gonna see this is the ID of the inventory. So I want to change this into 2, for example. So I just copy the ID of the inventory item. So I'm just gonna replace inventory item with this inventory item. So just gonna change it. Alright, this is how you change inventory item based to the unique identifier. Each item has a unique identifier. Not this, but this. This is the ID. This is how you change based on ID, not based on the name. So I change the name, I change the inventory, and after that, I'm just gonna say, all right, we wanna save this into Salesforce. We wanna update this record in Salesforce. So let me just go back here. Just wanna update this record. Instead of 503, it's gonna be different. So in order to do this, save the file, update the changes in the Excel file, the file here, all the changes. But don't change the ID of the record because this is the unique identifier for this ID. This is how Salesforce knows what is the difference between each of the records. All right, this is critical. All right, we want to go here into data loader again and say absurd. Alright, I'm just gonna select this inventory item serial, click browse, and choose the extract CSV, the generated file with updates. Just gonna click next. Well, wait a minute, we don't have the 11 record. Back, inventory item serial, extract. Let me just make sure the file has been saved. Yes, I want to save it, but let me just find the location. Make sure that it's saved. It's not saving the location that we have, so I need to save it in the same location. My computer. See, go Salesforce and save it here. Click yes. Click yes. I save it. Choose the file again, the same file that we need. Click next. We got one record. That's fine. And here, select the field for matching on inventory items here. I'm gonna say, all right, it's ID. And here, we should create a new map. So I just want to map ID to ID, ID to ID, and I want to map also um, a name to name, or you can type something here, auto match field to column. So I'm just gonna click this auto match. It's gonna auto match all the items because we have data generated from Salesforce. It's gonna be matched completely on the data here. So this is one of the benefits. All right, and just gonna click after that OK, and click next, finish, click yes. We're trying to make an upsert. Say there's one successful upsert. Click OK. Let me refresh this record. You can see here we changed the inventory item serial to 555 and we changed the inventory item to 002. This is how we use upsert and delete and insert using Salesforce Dataloader. It's a great feature. It's one of the great feature that help you in data entry and exporting and integrating legacy system data into Salesforce. This is pretty much awesome. You can export data into other system. You can save your own copy from Salesforce data into your repositories and data centers. So thank you guys for watching this video all the time. Ahmad from H&W Consult Media. Thank you again for watching and see you in other videos.